The appointed hour of 6 o'clock having arrived, the chairman being very excited about this new block to use his hammer on. The board will come to order. Invocation by Mr. Rader, Pledge of Allegiance by Mr. Frazee.
Heavenly Father, please hold Andy Coleman and his family in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you for the opportunity to gather and serve our community. Grant us wisdom in our decisions, clarity in our discussions, and unity in our purpose. May we lead with integrity, compassion, and a spirit of cooperation. Please bless our county, its people, and all those who work for its betterment. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The clerk will call the roll.
Cammon. Constant. Dafsco. Diener.
Excused.
Del Giorno. Depi.
Excused.
Focus Williams. Forsyth. Frazee. Fulgenzi. Guyton.
Present.
Paul. Krell. Lathan.
Present.
Madonia.
Here.
McGuire. Mendenhall.
Here.
Miller.
Here.
Rader. Here. Scaife. Shackman. Shepard. Small. Stumpf. Thomas. Shumlin. Truax. And the chairman's present. 27 present, 2 absent.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Okay, a few housekeeping issues. We are live. All mics are live, correct? Yes. We are audio only this evening, but we think we are narrowing down to a solution on live video. So if tonight's meeting goes well and everyone is visible on the video, we will be live on video, we hope, for the October meeting. Secondly, the committee, the Special Committee on Rules and Procedures submitted their suggestions to the state's attorney. The state's attorney is in the process of reviewing those. Once that review is finished, it'll go back to that special committee, probably in a meeting in the next 2 weeks, and then we hope to report it out to the full board to be voted on at the October meeting. That's our tentative plan. And then next, proceeding in the regular order, we have a for purpose, does Mr. Shackman seek recognition? Mr. Shackman, you have the floor. Please remember to use your microphones. Mr. Shackman.
At this time, I'd also like to ask Mr. Ayers and Mr. Thomas to please join me at the And then would Julia Estes please join us up here as well? Julia emailed me the other day and informed me of something that I had never heard of, and I was quite impressed by this young lady, to let us know that September is National Service Dog Month. So I will read the proclamation in recognition of that honor. Whereas we believe in the joyful transformative power of the human canine bond and inclusivity of all citizens, and whereas in the United States, 70 million adults have a disability and only 16,000 service dogs from accredited training programs exist nationwide, and the need is growing. And whereas Canine Companions created the service dog for people with physical disabilities 50 years ago in 1975, creating a new kind of support for disability. And whereas Canine Companions is a non-profit organization that enhances the lives of people with disabilities by providing expertly trained service dogs and ongoing support to ensure quality partnerships free of charge. And whereas Canine Companions and their service dogs empower people with disabilities to lead life with greater independence by providing best-in-class training, ongoing follow-up services, and a deeply committed community of support. And whereas National Service Dog Month aims to educate our community about the benefits of service dogs and the laws protecting their handlers, and whereas Sangamon County continues to work towards becoming an inclusive community in which all citizens and their trained service dogs are embraced, now therefore be it resolved that we, the Sangamon County Board, declare September to be National Service Dog Month and encourage all citizens to celebrate service dogs and be respectful of the rights to safe access in our community afforded to the adults, children, and veterans who lead more independent lives because of their assistance. By order of the County Board on this 9th day of September 2025, Andy Van Meter, County Board Chairman. Wish to say anything? Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Julie.
Okay, and next again, proceeding in the regular order, we have a presentation from the U of I Extension Office by the County Director, Terry Casey. The Extension Office has recently partnered with us on an important initiative.
So good evening. Thank you so much for having me. Hunter is going to be handing out materials. I used to be an old school teacher, so of course I bring handouts. That's who I am. These are copies of our 2024 annual report, which you can also find on our website as well. Again, thank you for letting me share some good news, because sometimes in this world we don't always get the good news. So I love that I get to deliver the good news. I want to start with our 4-H and youth programs. We had an exceptional 4-H show year this year. We had 218 live animal entries at our 4-H show, as well as 317 general project entries. And we say general project, we mean everything from aerospace to computers to horticulture to cooking, you name it. Of those, 64 members of Sangamon County 4-H advanced to the Illinois State Fair. If you ever had a chance to go out and see the 4-Hers from around the state exhibit at the state fair, I guarantee you it'll restore your faith in the youth. They are amazing, they are outstanding, the things that they are capable of doing, they're intelligent, they have heart. It always makes me feel really good. So if you ever have an opportunity to go out to the state fair and see those exhibits from around the state, and to support our local exhibitors, please take a chance to do that. I think you'll really enjoy it. The 4-H is so much more than just our shows. It is our ultimate culminating event. It's what we work for all year, but we do things throughout the year that help enhance youth development. We're really big on leadership in 4-H. So one aspect of leadership that we really help students with is taking leadership for their education, looking at things they're interested in. It's youth-led, so the kids are interested in aerospace, so how can I learn more about it? We provide them with those tools that they need, but we know that in an ever-changing world, especially as we're dealing with more and more technology, people are going to need to continuously educate and to look at ways that they can enhance their skills and follow their areas of interest. So we like to see kids take leadership in that. But we also offer leadership experience and engagement with the communities. And so we want our 4-Hers, when they leave, to be prepared to lead their communities, to lead in their workplace, and maybe even take your seats someday when you're all ready to pass them down, of course. So we're hopefully training those next generations of leaders. Besides 4-H, we also are partnering on a very important initiative with the county, our local foods program, the Farm to Fork program. So tonight it is my honor to introduce to you Hunter Buchanan. He's sitting back there, and he'll wave at you all. He was handing out the handouts. Hunter joined us in June as our Illinois Extension new local foods, small farms extension program coordinator, and that position is possible because of our partnership with the county, and we really truly appreciate that. We know how important local food systems are. The safety of our food is important. The security of our food systems is important. Availability of fresh foods, nutritious foods is extremely important. And so I think it's a great partnership with the county, and the county has stepped up and started off strong with their Farm to Fork initiative. And so it's just a great partnership and allowing us to also offer what Extension can to support the program and to see it grow and develop. The goal is to be the #1 in the nation in local food. And
In
I
the
think
world.
In the world, yeah. Why stop with the nation? Go with the world. Why not? Why not here? And I think we're uniquely positioned to do that because we have leadership that take it very seriously. We like to play our part in education, but we also know that we're sitting in some of the richest agricultural land in the world. So it only makes sense for us to be strengthening those local food systems. Hunter is a lifelong resident of Sangamon County. He holds a master's degree in environmental science and a bachelor's degree in environmental studies with a minor in geographic information systems. He loves maps. He's amazing at maps. And so during his graduate studies, he actually interned with Illinois Department of Public Health's Food Protection Program. So he's also a local producer himself, has a small farm. So he understands it from both sides. So we're really excited to have Hunter join us, and he's been hitting the ground running. He's also joined with Reagan Tibbs. He's our commercial ag educator who joined us last year. So he's kind of complementing each other. But I also want to talk about some of our traditional programming that also complements our local foods program. And I need to give a shout out to our horticulture program and our Master Gardener volunteers. We have 82 Master Gardener volunteers. We have 25 Master Naturalist volunteers. Last year they gave 540 expert consultations. That means folks had a question about their garden. They had a question about their landscape. And our Master Gardeners were able to help. We have a wonderful horticulture educator, Jennifer Fishburne, but she's one person. But our Master Gardeners are a force multiplier. They can be out in the community doing 102 educational sessions last year, raised 115 pounds of produce that they donated. And they've also worked with community gardens throughout the area. So when we think about local foods, it can begin truly local in your own backyard. And so by helping folks be able to produce their own food, their own nutritious foods, again, it creates a stronger local food system, but it also helps people. We know it's hitting the pocketbook, so it's helping folks who may not have as much financial resources still have access to good nutritious food. So I just want to thank our Master Gardeners. And I had the pleasure last week we did here in Sangamon County of hosting Master Gardeners from across the state. We had several hundred of them, and they are amazing people, and they're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Master Gardener program. So I think that is definitely worth celebrating, and each and every one of those people care. They want to provide an educational opportunity, and they give unpaid hours to our community that we could never afford to do ourselves. So I just want to thank them and thank you all for supporting them and what they do as well, and a huge shout out to them. So with that, I will end by just saying thank you for supporting Extension. And through supporting Extension, you're supporting the communities that we serve as well. It is an honor and a privilege to serve them. We are a public servant. Everyone in our office serves the people. And so if you ever need anything, you have an idea, opportunity for partnership, I'd love to hear about it. We're very accessible. You can call us. You can email me anytime. And I would love to hear how we can continue to make this community so special and so strong. So thank you.
Any questions for Ms. Casey?
Questions? Okay, oh no, I live the dream every day. I truly do. It's a pleasure. So if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. If you can't figure out how to get a hold of me, David Mendenhall knows how to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
He's on our council.
Terry's presentations makes me think that there are several board members that are working on a community garden initiative to be sponsored by the county, and I just wonder if we have tapped into the Extension Office's expertise on that, because it's a kind
Sounds
of
good.
so we'll be sure that we do.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, again, proceeding in the regular order, minutes. Motion by Mr. Madonia, second by Mr. Del Giorno for the approval of the minutes of the August 12th, 2025 meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Motion by Mr. Del Giorno, second by Mr. Madonia, to place correspondence on file with the clerk. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. correspondence be placed on file with the clerk. Resolutions, resolution number 1, Mr. Clerk.
Resolution 1, resolution approving the extension of the intergovernmental agreement between the state of Illinois and Sangamon County for providing flu shots for the period of October 1st, 2025 through September 30th of 2026.
Motion by Mr. Shackman, second by Mr. Ayers to place resolution 1 before the board. Questions, comments from members of the board on resolution 1? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Ayers. Camden. Constant. Davsco. Delgiorno. Douglas Williams. Forsythe. Frazee. Fulgenzi. Guyton.
Aye.
Hall. Correll. Latham. Madonia.
Aye.
McGuire. Mendenhall. Miller. Rader.
Aye.
Scaife. Shackman. Shepherd. Small. Stumpf. Thomas. Chumlin. Truax. All 26 approve.
All those voting having voted in the affirmative, resolution 1 is adopted. Resolution 2, Mr. Clerk.
Number 2, 2025-14, Lisa Wentworth, 6,000 to the 6200 block of Rentscheller Road, Cardinal Hill Road, and Johnson Road, Rochester, granting a rezoning and variances.
Motion by Mr. Mendenhall, seconded by Mr. Chumlin to place resolution 2 before the board. We're now entering the zoning portion of the meeting. It's our policy to ask if there are members of the audience who wish to speak in opposition to the proposed zoning. Seeing none, are the members of the audience who feel it's necessary to speak in support of the proposed zoning? Seeing none, Mr. Mendenhall, you have a motion?
Since we have no opposition, Mr. Chairman, I move we waive the staff report.
Is there objection? Without objection, so ordered. Questions or comments from members of the board on resolution 2? Seeing none on the question, all those in favor of adopting resolution 2 signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Resolution 2 is adopted. Again, just remember to speak into your microphones, folks. Motion by Mr. Madonia, seconded by Mr. Delgiorno to waive the 10-day filing period. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. 10-day filing period is waived. Resolution 3, Mr. Clerk.
Number 3, resolution authorizing the county administrator to settle Sangamon County's claims in the opiate lawsuit against various defendants in the aggregate amount of $620,410.31, and execute on the county's behalf any documents necessary to effectuate and finalize the settlement.
Motion by Mr. Stump, seconded by Ms. Scape to place resolution 3 before the board. Questions, comments from members of the board on resolution 3? Mr. Delgiorno.
Mr. Chairman, I move to consolidate resolution 4 and 5 with 3.
Seconded by Mr. Madonia. Mr. Clerk, will you please read resolutions 4 and 5?
Number 4, resolution to continue the option of utilizing the commercial airline services offered at Abraham Lincoln Airport, SBI, and support our commitment to fly SBI first. Number 5, resolution authorizing the county administrator to complete negotiations and on behalf of the county enter contract with Mood Media for the hub project not to exceed approximately $4,959,270.
On the motion to consolidate, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion consolidates agreed to. Questions or comments from members of the board on the resolutions as consolidated? Hot Lips Canman. Yes, Mr.
Yeah.
Canman.
On resolution 5, I thought we had changed this to they actually approving the contract as opposed to just authorizing the
Yes.
administrator to
Yes,
approve it.
that will be the effect of adopting the resolution. We checked with council before the meeting, and we do not have it. We don't need to change the resolution as it's written, but it'll have that effect.
All right, thank you.
Any further questions?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
Because I'm new
Mr.
here,
Guyton.
I do have a question about what exactly the contract entails. Itemized, is it software and hardware? Is it like services? And if so, what does the maintenance for the hardware look like? I know that's probably a question for Mood Media, but I am
Yep.
curious.
I think professional staff can, I think the answer to your question is yes, but I think professional staff can help answer that.
Yes. There's 1-year maintenance with the contract, 5-year warranty on the equipment. It is a combination of software, hardware, and labor costs, and programming costs as well, which are labor costs.
Okay.
Those are the main components of it.
So as a follow-up question, because the contract for maintenance is 1 year and we have a 5-year warranty, what does the extension of the maintenance look like?
After year 1, well, it's up to us if we want to extend that with them.
Okay.
Part of this is going to be training our staff, I don't know if Kim's here or not, but our IS staff to eventually do the work on this equipment, at least the basic maintenance that needs to be done. That's part of this contract as well.
Perfect. That's actually what I was leaning towards. I'm hoping that if we do have to do maintenance ourselves or in-house, that we're giving an opportunity for a local organization to do it. I don't know if we have the capability of doing everything in-house, but I was just curious.
Yeah, actually, so as was mentioned, when this was filed, it wasn't finalized yet. It is now. And one of the things we were still working through with the company was the training and how to, how do we handle, we turned on the switch this morning, it's not on. How do we do that? So there's different various ways you can do that. Mood may actually be contracting with somebody locally that could respond to it. But it just depends on what kind of equipment needs it might be, what kind of software needs it might be. So, but the ultimate effort will be to bring a lot of that in-house, both programming and just the normal maintenance of it. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Any further questions from members of the board? Seeing none, Mr. Madoni, you have a motion?
Yes, I move that the roll call vote for Resolution 1 stand for the roll call vote for Resolutions 3 through 5 as consolidated.
Second by Mr. Del Giorno. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Resolutions 3, 4, 5 as consolidated are adopted. Old business, the chair is aware of no old business, new business appointments. Motion by Mr. Madonia, seconded by Mr. Del Giorno for the approval of the appointments is submitted at your desk. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Appointments are approved. Public comment. We have 11 people who have signed up to speak tonight. And taking them in the order that they signed up to speak. No one is speaking on an agenda item, so everyone will get allocated 3 minutes to speak. And the first person to sign up to speak for this evening's meeting is Sean Miller, speaking on the VAC. Just a note to the public speakers, we can adjust the podium here so that the microphone is close to your mouth, and that improves the sound quality. So don't hesitate to take a minute to adjust that. If you'd state your name and address for the record.
Sean Miller, resident of Sangamon County. Chairman, members of the board, and their constituents. I want to address a heartfelt topic regarding our Veterans Assistance Commission, because this board does not allow one to defend comments made by its leadership. We must bring the truth the following month. I am here to tell the truth with context and not just numbers. Salary in 2022, our veteran service officers were making around $30,000. In the budget for 2025, those positions are now set at $61,000. That sounds like a dramatic increase, but the truth is these adjustments were absolutely necessary. They weren't raises in the traditional sense. They were corrections of bringing our staff in line for what they should have been all along. For context, the state of Illinois starts brand new, no experience veteran service officers at $53,000. We are well below that until just recently, and made it incredibly difficult to recruit, retain qualified people to serve our veterans. If you look at our department head salaries, you'll see the same trend. In 2022, the department heads were at $56,000. Today, that position is budgeted for $82,000. Again, this wasn't luxury. It was simply catching up to the minimums needed to stay competitive. When we talk about salaries, we need to keep in the context of mind that these are not excuses. These are necessary investments in people who have served veterans every single day. I want to highlight the intergovernmental agreement that was approved, which includes an in-processing window and a break room sink. To this day, neither has been completed. These may sound like a small thing, but they were commitments made to support the daily operations of our office, and those commitments matters. Veterans and staff who serve there and deserve to see the follow-up through the promise. Last thing I want to talk about today is the VAC. We keep hearing that the VAC will have no oversight. This is further from the truth, and here's why. The VAC works for the veterans. They are the ultimate oversight of what we do. Then there's the commission that oversees the superintendent of what she does. Then according to the Military Veterans Assistance Act, there is a requirement for the audit by the county. Where in the world does it say VAC has no oversight? Please be the judge of that. So tonight I ask the board not only to recognize the importance of the following salary competitives, but also to ensure that agreed upon facility improvements are carried out. Together, these actions show our veterans and their family that Sangamon County keeps its word and values in its service. Thank you for the people that care about veterans.
The next person who signed up to speak in order is Naomi Miller, also speaking on the VAC.
Hi,
State your name and address for the record.
Yeah, Naomi Miller, resident of Sangamon County.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Naomi, and I'm proud to stand here today on behalf of the children and families of veterans in Sangamon County. When someone serves in your family in the military, the whole family serves too. We don't get to choose the sacrifices, but we live with them every day. We say goodbye when our parents deploy. We celebrate holidays without them. We worry about their safety while they're still trying to stay strong. Families carry these hardships silently because we love and support our veterans. But here's the truth. Families like mine can't do it alone. Helping veterans isn't just saying thank you. It means making sure that they have services and support that they've earned, and that it includes their dependents. When a veteran comes home and needs help, the family feels it too. When benefits and resources are cut, the family suffers right along with them. That's why Sangamon County has such an important role. The county should never take away the funding that is required to care for veterans. Every dollar cut from the veteran services is a dollar taken from the people who sacrificed for all of us, and from their children who didn't get a choice in these sacrifices. If we want to honor our veterans the right way, we must also protect their families. The county should lead by example, ensuring that no veteran and no dependent is left without care and support they need. Veterans gave everything for this country, and it's only right that we give them back their families to the fullest. Thank you.
And the next person who signed up to speak, I think, is not here and indicated they weren't going to speak. And the next person who signed up to speak is Roseanne Pulido. Roseanne Pulido, I don't see her. Okay. The next person who signed up to speak is Ken Pesha. I don't see Mr. Pesha. Okay, and the next person who signed up to speak is, I understand, in the interest of time, it is part of a team of 6 people who have divided up their presentation into paragraphs and will kind of speak one after the other. The first person is Teresa Armstrong, I'm sorry. And Mrs. Armstrong, you're with 5 other people, correct? So if you'll all proceed to the well, and you can, I think, you folks are well organized, so just let you. And we'll just let you follow each other, but if you just state your name and your address, and then speak, and then the next person.
Okay, my name is Teresa Armstrong, and I'm a resident of Peoria County. Good evening. I'm here today to share critical information regarding our state's voter rolls and voter history from the 2024 general election. This information comes from extensive research conducted by a team of data experts at Unite for Freedom, a nationwide nonpartisan volunteer organization. Our team meticulously has analyzed official election files from both federal and state sources. While I'm not an official spokesperson for Unite for Freedom, I'm a dedicated volunteer who is deeply concerned by the findings that are based exclusively on official state election data. Our analysis of the certified results from both 2022 and 2024 general elections reveals that not all votes counted were valid and accurate under the law. These findings are substantial and they warrant careful consideration. They have already been shared with state election officials and law enforcement agencies and have been submitted as evidence in federal court. as part of ongoing litigation by Unite for Freedom and other parties. Unite for Freedom is not alone in raising these concerns. Recent executive actions at the federal level, such as the executive order entitled Preserving and Protecting the Integrity of American Elections, underscore the urgent need to enforce and clarify existing election laws. These directives are intended to guide state compliance and ensure that election crimes are prosecuted, because the integrity of our electoral system is at stake. Therefore, we are here to seek your awareness, understanding, support, and action. We are proposing a resolution that highlights key statistics and calls for an end to the inaccuracies and uncertainties that compromise our elections. By adopting this resolution, you will demonstrate your commitment to your constituents' concerns and your dedication to upholding voter civil rights and the integrity of our elections here in Sangamon County. It is imperative to address these issues now. If we do not act, the same election systems and procedures that led to errors in 2022 and 2024 will likely produce similar results in the upcoming 2026 general election. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to the next reader to present the resolution. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Don Mayo. I'm a resident of Macon County, Illinois. And to continue, let me now read the resolution entitled, A Resolution for a Legally Valid 2026 General Election. Whereas free and fair elections form the cornerstone of the Republic of the United States, as stated in Reynolds versus Sims, the right of suffrage can be denied by a debasement or dilution of weight of a citizen's vote, as effectively as by wholly prohibiting the free exercise of the franchise. Whereas election officials bear the responsibility to ensure elections remain accurate and free from manipulation, the United States Supreme Court affirmed that election officials must strictly adhere to federal and state laws governing process, defining election misconduct as follows. The evil intent consists in disobedience to the law. Whereas our constitutional system of representative government relied on four fundamental principles for validity in our elections. 1. Accurate voter rolls. Election officials must maintain voter registration lists that are current and correct, which include facilitating the registration of eligible citizens, as well as preventing the registration of non-citizens, fictitious names, and ineligible applicants. It's from the National Voter Registration Act of 1993. Eligible voters only. Election officials must only count votes cast by eligible citizen voters. It's the U.S. Constitution, 14th Amendment, Section 2. Vote reconciliation. Election officials must ensure that the number of votes counted match the number of participating votes. And 4. System accuracy. Voting systems must achieve accuracy standards set by Congress by limiting the ballot counting errors to no more than one error per 125,000 votes. That's Help America Vote Act of 2002. Election officials must substantiate assertions of accurate outcomes with transparent records. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Babe Poxtus, and I am a resident of Cook County. I will continue the resolution. Whereas Unite for Freedom conducted an independent audit of the Illinois 2024 general election data and uncovered alarming irregularities. Unite for Freedom's auditors directly measured 4,566,205 material registration errors and omissions in the voter database. 1,045,659 votes improperly counted from these ineligible or uncertain registrants. 56,164 excess votes counted beyond the number of voters who participated, with no explanation for their origin. 1,045,613 voting violations exceeding the legal error threshold, where only 46 errors were allowed under federal law. I'll say that once more. In Illinois, we were allowed 46 errors under federal law, but we had 1,045,659. The audit findings indicate severe violations of state and federal election laws and potential fraudulent certification. Whereas election accuracy is defined as the ability to capture and report voter selections without error. By definition, only eligible citizens are voters. Election officials violate civil rights, undermine public trust, and jeopardize national security when they certify an election that fails to reach this standard. Whereas the irregularities in the official records of the 2024 general election call into question the validity of the election, threatening the guaranteed protection of our natural rights under a Republican form of government, this emergency inflicts immeasurable harm upon our families, our way of life, and the fabric of these United States. It raises the specter of false representation in U.S. Congress and state governments, an allegation that election officials are currently unable to disprove. Thank you.
My name is Tim Hargrove, and I'm a resident of Sangamon County. I will conclude the resolution. Therefore, be it resolved, the Sangamon County Board demands immediate action to ensure a legally valid and transparent 2026 general election by implementing the following measures. Number 1, infrastructure compliance. Election officials must ensure that all voting systems meet Federal Information Security Modernization Act standards and maintain compliance throughout the election process. Number 2, voter verification. Verify that all voters are legally eligible U.S. citizens before their votes are counted. If a voter's eligibility is in question, their vote must be held as provisional until legally verified. Number 3, ballot security. Enforce all issued and controlled ballots to comply with robust chain of custody protocols to secure ballots from forgery, tampering, coercion, destruction, or injection. Number 4, accurate counts. Ensure all voted ballots are received and every valid ballot is accurately counted, with any material questions resolved through lawful adjudication procedures with oversight. Number 5, proven outcomes. Election officials must investigate and resolve, or if necessary, re-administer any elections that cannot be proven accurate and compliant. In every jurisdiction, officials must provide records substantiating election and initiative results to citizens. Additionally, officials must securely store all ballots and operational records, including electronic records, to protect them for auditing purposes from tampering or alteration. Be it further resolved that the Sangamon County Board calls upon county, state, and federal legislatures, law enforcement agencies, prosecutors, judges, and election boards to uphold these principles, ensure legal compliance, and restore public confidence in our electoral system. Our signatures to this resolution affirm our commitment to protecting the constitutional mandate of legitimate representative government and ensuring that every valid vote is counted accurately and lawfully.
Hello, my name is Michael Reed. I'm a resident of Macon County. In conclusion, you have just heard a resolution that exposes significant inaccuracies from voter registration to the certification of the 2024 general election. It calls for immediate, substantive action to ensure the integrity of the 2026 general election for all voters. The resolution is firmly grounded in multiple U.S. Supreme Court precedents, which underscore the necessity of these corrective measures. Our current election procedures do not fully comply with established laws. These laws are too often disregarded. Some citizens, including elected officials, mistakenly believe that these issues can be ignored because the president, the current administration, and other officials are handling it. The complacency represents an abdication of civic responsibility. Benjamin Franklin's warning, "It's a republic if you can keep it," applies not only to his generation but to ours as well. Your leadership and decisive action are urgently needed. Our voting system, which should protect our most fundamental right, the right to choose our representatives, is failing to deliver accurate, transparent, and verifiable results. Should we continue to ignore the anomalies within our election system, a system essential to our national security? The cost of inaction extends far beyond dollars. It threatens our economy, military, foreign policy, public health, the confidence of our youth, and our national dignity. The stakes could not be higher. I urge you to demonstrate your commitment to American representative government by reviewing and possibly passing this resolution. Let us consider the broader context. Many Americans, including a significant number of residents in Illinois and Sangamon County, have concerns about the reliability and transparency of our elections. While we all wish this were not the case, official government data substantiates these concerns, and the law requires that they be addressed to safeguard our liberty. Regrettably, government representatives at various levels have not been transparent or responsive to citizen audits of official election data. The right to choose our representatives through lawful and transparent elections is a cornerstone of our constitutional republic, a right fiercely defended for over 2 centuries by the sacrifices of our brothers, fathers, mothers, sisters, and for some of us, our children. Today, you have the opportunity to uphold the legacy and demonstrate your constituents that you value American liberty by reviewing and considering this resolution. Thank you.
My name is Brian Jones. I'm a resident of Winnebago County. It is worth noting that we have been here before, about a year ago. Unite for Freedom, some of the same people that presented today presented a resolution for a legally valid 2024 general election. We presented here in 50 other counties across the state of Illinois. A year ago, we presented a scorecard from 2022 general election. Today we presented the scorecard from 2024, and it shows that the number of apparent violations and the number of seemingly invalid votes is increasing. We've presented a lot of information today, so let me summarize. We are here asking the county board to support the work of Unite for Freedom is doing in our effort to hold the state election authority accountable. Signing our resolution would demonstrate that you stand with us as we demand fair, valid, and certifiable elections. I realize that this issue may need to be on the agenda for the board to discuss and vote. If that is the case, we ask that you invite us back and place this issue on agenda so we can provide more detailed presentation and answer any questions the board may have. Contact information for the state chapter directors is included in the documents we have provided. For further information, the Unite for Freedom website provides informative videos explaining anomalies, apparent legal violations, and lawsuits identified in Illinois and other states. I encourage you to visit uniteforfreedom.com. That's unite, the number 4, freedom.com. to learn more about this vital issue. Thank you for your attention and consideration. Here are some copies of the resolution for your board. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll submit those to the clerk, and thank you very much.
Thank you
We'll
much,
submit
sir.
those to the clerk, and we'll disseminate them to the clerk will disseminate them to the board members. Thank you for that very well organized presentation. Saved the board a lot of time. Very well presented. That concludes public comment for this evening. Reports of county officials, reports of special committees, reports of standing committees, report of the Committee on Claims. Motion by Mr. Madonia, seconded by Mr. Del Giorno, that the reports be placed on file with the clerk. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The reports be placed on file with the clerk. Motion by Mr. Madonia, seconded by Mr. Del Giorno, that the board do stand in recess until its regularly scheduled October meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. We stand adjourned.